I started selling real estate with nothing, and we grew into Canada's largest real estate team where we were able to sell $1.4 billion in real estate as a team in a single year. And today I'm going to talk about how we were able to stay on track and focus through all the challenges that came our way along that journey. And trust me, there was a lot. There were a lot of challenges that we came up against. So if you take action on today's episode, you're pretty much going to guarantee yourself a successful year in real estate. When I didn't follow this approach, my results showed it. When I did, the results were incredible. I'm of the mindset that we need to be reminded more than we need to be taught. And most real estate agents already know what they need to do, but why don't they do it? It's because they get distracted, spreading around their focus over many things instead of the most important thing, or like Gary Keller says, the one thing. So like any professional, great real estate agents need the right tools for them to accomplish the job. Think of it like a carpenter not having the right tools to be able to do the job. Like think of the carpenter not having a hammer. It would be tougher to get the job done, right? And so one tool that I found to be critical to real estate agent success for staying on track is a goal card, a GPS that reminds you what the main target is along the year that you set at the beginning of the year. And I learned this in the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. So what is a goal card? A goal card, well, here's mine. Here's a quick shot of mine. I just held it up. A goal card is a business card size written commitment of your goal. It's small enough to carry with you in your wallet or your purse. And on the card, you write your annual income goal and how many sales you need to get in order to accomplish it. You need to set a specific date, like December 31st, 2025, in order to reach that goal, and write down what you intend to give for that goal, such as the best real estate service. And each time you repeat your goal card aloud with emotion, it's like adding fuel to your fire. So this card that I shared with you here is something that I go over on a daily basis. And I think that every real estate agent needs to have one to help keep them on track. So there are other people that are doing this as well. Okay, I'm not the first one to have a goal card. Many of you would be familiar with who Bruce Lee is. He was a famous martial artist and a famous actor as well. And he was incredibly talented. And so Bruce read the book Think and Grow Rich, and he created his own goal card. And so I'm actually going to read what his goal card actually said on that. So he said on the very top, my definite chief aim, and he went on to write, I, Bruce Lee, will be the first highest paid Oriental superstar in the United States. In return, I will give the most exciting performances and render the best of quality in the capacity of an actor. Starting 1970, I will achieve world fame, and from then onward till the end of 1980, I will have in my possession $10 million. I will live in the way I please and achieve inner harmony and happiness. Signed, Bruce Lee, January 1969. So sadly, Bruce passed away quite young, but he did achieve his goal. And so how Bruce wrote the letter, wrote that goal card, is he labeled his motivator as being the first highest paid Oriental superstar in the US, and he tied a specific monetary goal to it of $10 million. He said what he was going to give in return, which was the most exciting performances and the best quality acting in return for accomplishing his goal, and he had a definite deadline. So you can actually Google this, and you'll be able to see the card that he wrote himself. It's on Google. Just Google Bruce Lee goal card, and you'll be able to see it. And you can see how successful Bruce Lee was. So there are countless other stories, just like Bruce's, that wrote down their goal card, and they actually made it happen. And if all these successful people use one, it'd be silly for us to think that we can figure out a better way. Like, why not copy existing proven models, as Gary Keller likes to say? And so this is something that for you as a real estate agent, you may not have heard it this way before, but having a goal card will help you stay on track. And so Why is a goal card so effective at keeping you on track? Well, the world is more distracted today than ever. And so most agents scatter their attention. Where attention goes, energy flows. Tony Robbins likes to say that. And so most agents focus on social media, they focus on office gossip and other time wasters. And the ultimate worst that they focus on is the news, which is pretty much 95% negative. Statements like there are no sales happening or the market is horrible. The reality is that most real estate agents are walking around, they're unconscious, not realizing that they're not being intentional on what their most important goal is. And even if they wrote down the goal at the beginning of the year, they don't keep it up in front of them on an ongoing basis and they forget about it. And so this is where I like to call laser beam focus comes to the rescue. So there's a story that Warren Buffett and Bill Gates, they were out having breakfast one day, and somebody walked up to them at the restaurant and approached them and asked, what is the most important thing that helped them accomplish their success? And Warren and Bill both looked at each other and they agreed that the most important thing that helped them be successful was the word focus. Focus. So when you focus all your energy on one goal, it acts like a magnifying glass, creating a laser-like focus that eliminates distractions and will eventually burn a hole through the goal that you're focusing on, and it's going to help bring it to fruition. Just like a magnifying glass held over a leaf on a sunny day can burn a hole through it. This also engages your RAS, or your reticular activating system, in your brain, and it filters what you notice and what you pick up, bringing opportunities your way that you wouldn't have seen. So you guys all know, if you buy a car, all of a sudden you start seeing the car everywhere, right? Well, this is an example of your reticular activating system in full effect. Okay, and it's the same with your goals. When you write down your goals and you get very clear, especially your definite chief aim or your main income goal and your firm sale goal, that it will help you find opportunities and to be able to execute and take action on it. So it's just like a magnifying glass. The goal card helps you concentrate your energy on one most overarching, most important goal. And so a goal card helps block out the distractions and keeps you focused on what truly matters. Okay, so the next step, once you create your goal card, is to go over it on a daily basis in the morning and in the evening. Okay, this is the main reason why goal cards don't work for some people, is they do it once, but then they stick it in the closet and they don't see it anymore, and they don't keep their goal up in front of them on an ongoing basis. So by repeating it aloud with emotion in the morning and at night, it becomes ingrained in your mind. And so Brian Tracy recommends to take it one step further and actually write down your goal on a piece of paper for 30 days. And I'm telling you guys, when you do this, it's unbelievable how fast you start moving towards your goal. Our minds feed on the information that we feed it every day. And the cool thing is that we get to choose what we get to feed it. So whether it's negative or positive, things that will tear us down or things that are going to build us up. And if you're not intentional about it, the world is negative in nature and will feed you with negative. And so just know that repetition keeps you focused on your main goal, and your subconscious will eventually grab on to what you're feeding it, and you'll start to move faster towards it. It's going to help you have a greater sense of certainty and belief that your goal is actually going to come to fruition. Okay, so this builds incredible confidence, guys. So if lack of confidence is a challenge for you, your goal card's going to help you with that. What you tell yourself daily, you start to believe. And this builds a mindset of faith and expectation. And I'm telling you now, weeds will grow if you aren't intentional. So self-talk is something that happens every day, whether you're conscious of it or not. And so being intentional in what that self-talk is will help you move faster towards your goal. Most people are failure conscious, and by implementing what I'm telling you here, you'll be able to flip your mindset to success conscious. So now for the goal card to work, you do need to take massive action, okay? It's not just about going over your goal on an ongoing daily basis and everything's just gonna work out. You actually need to get in your car and drive it, as in you need to show up every day and take massive action. So just like a car needs a driver, right? Well, I know now they're creating cars where they don't actually need drivers, but in general, any sort of like regular car needs an actual driver to show up and to actually drive the vehicle. Just as your goal card and your goal needs consistent effort for you to show up each and every day. So the good news is that you'll find taking action a lot easier with a strong motivator, a clear destination, and with your goal card going over it on a daily basis, acting as your GPS or your reminder system. It'll be easier to take action when you do those 3 steps, okay? So having a strong motivator, setting a strong destination with your income or firm sale goal, and then having your GPS reminder, which is your goal card, reminding you on an ongoing basis when you go over it in the morning and at night, aloud, saying it aloud with emotion. So to repeat, you can't just do the first 3 steps and not do the 4th step of taking massive action. Okay, you need to take massive action in order for all of this to work, but the first 3 steps will make that 4th step of taking action a lot easier. One final thought is to understand and to realize that the moment that you hit your goal just represents 0.00001% of your life. And the rest of it is the journey. The rest of it is in the accomplishing of that goal. So just make sure to celebrate the small wins along the way to make your life more valuable, more enjoyable, and to add overall more happiness to your life. Because if you only celebrate when you hit your goal, it's a very short-lived time. And so you'll find once you hit it that you'll want to reset it again and go towards. And so Earl Nightingale says that success is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal. So he doesn't say that hitting the goal is what success is. He says that the progressive realization, as in the working towards the goal, is what actually makes you successful. So keep that in mind. Enjoy and celebrate the small wins along the way, not only when you hit your annual goal, right? So that could look like winning a listing appointment, okay? You're going against another agent and you win that listing appointment, or maybe it's pulling together a tough negotiation. Like celebrate those small wins along the way, with your spouse, with your kids, and it'll add a lot more joy to your life. So here's the plan, guys. 4 simple steps. 1 is fuel up with a strong motivator. Number 2, set a destination by defining what your income goal is for the year and break that down to the number of sales that you need to make. Then create your goal card and repeat it in the morning and at night with emotion aloud. And finally, the 4th step is to show up and drive, as in take consistent action on an ongoing daily basis towards your goal. And if you do those 4 steps, that will help you attain your goal compared to somebody that's not. The odds of you hitting it are much, much greater. And it almost guarantees that you will hit it if you take those 4 steps. And you do it with an intensity, an intense focus. And you move towards it in a way that it will happen. As in, it's already happened in my own mind and everybody else just needs to see it, right? I hope this was valuable, guys. In the next episode, I'm going to guide you through bringing your goals to life before they actually happen using a process I like to call visioning. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed the show, please subscribe and share it with other real estate agents that you think will benefit from it. Let's continue on our mission to build a community of full out real estate agents together. I love you guys and keep on going full out.